Now, welcome back to Network Africa. Just before we call it today, here's another story from Rwanda. Brother and sister Chance Tubane and Patience Unduwawe have chosen not to be victims of their circumstance. Rather, they run one of Rwanda's most popular websites. They're combining their skills in IT and communications, and in 2011, they launched tohoza.com, and that's an online directory and advertisement platform where Rwandans can post or search for jobs and houses, sell and rent anything, and even look for partners. Their site has literally become Rwanda's second most visited website, turning its young founders into widely known entrepreneurs.
With more than 9,000 visitors a day, tohoza.com has become Rwanda's second most visited website, turning its young founders into widely known entrepreneurs. Orphaned and separated by Rwanda's 1994 genocide, which killed more than 800,000 Tutsis and moderate Hutus in less than 100 days, Tubane and Nduwawe's long and painful journey of loss and survival has inspired many. To escape the violence that had taken over Rwanda, the two siblings, along with their parents and brother, fled to neighboring DR Congo. But shortly after arriving there, they lost their mother, who passed away from injuries sustained in an attack by Hutu militia. When war erupted in eastern DRC in 1996, the family was forced to flee again, and in the process, 15-year-old Nduwawe was separated from his family and found himself alone in Congo's dense forest. 11-year-old Tubane was taken in by her godmother, who lived in Belgium, as her father and others stayed behind. For years, her father and other relatives tried to track Nduwawe, but eventually lost hope. But Tubane said she was haunted by her brother's disappearance.
If Patience is alive, please send someone telling us that he's alive. If he's dead, and send someone who can tell us that he's dead. Because apparently I was the only one who was keeping that faith that he was alive, because I was lighting candles for 9 years. Not every day, but like whenever I have the opportunity to light one, I was lighting candles for him. Not knowing that he was actually in Congo in the forest.
In 2003, some relatives managed to trace Nduwawe in Congo. They showed him a picture of his family as proof that they were alive and told him they had been looking for him. But going back to Rwanda was not an easy decision for Nduwawe, despite being separated from his family for 9 years.
You have misleading information saying that here there is no life. If you come, you will get trouble. And when you arrive here in Rwanda, you see totally different story. So that's what it surprised you for the first time.
In 2005, Tubane, who had just finished her studies in communications, finally got to see her brother. The two siblings had led separate lives, one in Europe with a variety of opportunities, the other struggling to survive. Tubane was inspired by her brother's resilience. He had turned a small room where he lived into an internet cafe.
Regardless what happened, I always tell people, like, okay, during the genocide, I was in Rwanda, but I also know the other side. You know, seeing refugees dying of, cholera or stuff like that. So I saw everything. So I know how painful Rwandan history is, and I know that we need to remember it, but I also know that we need to move on.
Although tohoza.com barely makes a profit at the moment, the two entrepreneurs have big plans for the future.
And that's where we draw the curtains on this episode of Network Africa. Thanks so much for your company. You can share your thoughts and comments with me via SMS through the number on your screen. Till next time, stay blessed and proudly African. I'm Cynthia Are. Bye for now.
A time comes in the life of every race when people are driven by echoes of the past to chart a course for an exalted future.